How does the school district decide to call off school?
Well, every day is different. Every circumstance is different. But we look at a variety of factors when we're calling school or when I'm making a decision about school. We'll look at temperature, including wind chill. We'll look at possibility of blowing snow, potential depth of snow, and some other factors too that come into play. So those are the major ones. And we usually I get a notice beforehand that we're under some sort of winter watch or winter warning issued by the National Weather Service. Sometimes we'll get that a week in advance, sometimes a few days. And so typically we're closely analyzing the weather until the night before or the morning of.
How do you actually determine? Do you drive around? How do you know if it's bad?
Well, it's changed over the years, and we rely a lot on the National Weather Service for their reports. And then also Terry Johnson from the First Student Bus Garage does a really good job of driving around the rural areas, especially towards Hastings. That's where he lives, and so he tackles that area. Sometimes if the conditions are going to be worse near Goodhue, then I will drive on a rural road toward Goodhue just to kind of get a feel for what the conditions are. So it totally depends on the circumstances. Sometimes it's so clear cut, it's an easy call. If we're not sure what the rural roads look like, then we'll do some driving just to see if they're passable or not. It's really, the city roads are almost always in good shape, or at least good enough for the buses and for kids to get to school. It's the rural roads that we really look at because it's impossible for a snowplow driver in the rural areas to hit all the roads they would need to in order for our kids to get safely to school. It's really hard, and so we're cognizant of that, and that's why we check those rural routes pretty carefully.